when you do encounter moments, transcendent moments, sometimes in rehearsal, sometimes in performance, with these children that are indescribable, and they're worth a lifetime of toil.
And Ralph Woodward, the director of the Salt Lake Children's Choir, has been toiling away making music for most of his lifetime.
Well, my parents were both singers, and I was an only child for 6 years. And I began singing at a very young age. They had me singing nursery rhymes, I understand, before I could talk.
Ralph's recording career even started as young as 3 or 4, when his parents would record him singing Christmas carols and send the recordings out as Christmas presents. As he grew older, he tried to distance himself from music for what he called more manly pursuits like baseball and boxing. But by junior high and high school, he was back performing in bands and orchestras. Playing the French horn in college led to one of his first musical adventures, touring with his school orchestra through Latin America.
Had the great privilege of touring for a whole semester, 10 countries in Latin America for the U.S. State Department. Flew some 25,000 miles almost. It was a life-changing experience.
Later, he returned to Brazil for an LDS mission. When he resumed his education, it was at BYU, where his father was teaching, and where Ralph joined his father's a cappella choir.
I was able to join them for a 6-week tour of Europe, which culminated in the choir winning first prize in the prestigious international choral Eisteddfod in Llangollen, Wales, and it was a great thrill for me to participate with my father.
Ralph stayed in Europe and continued his musical career as a horn player. When he came home to the States, he worked as a teacher, a musician, and even a piano salesman.
In 1979, decided that the conditions were just right to do what I really wanted to do, which was to start a children's choir. So in October of '79, I put out notices that there were going to be auditions for an outstanding children's choir. Yeah, we gave our first performance in a library, and then I started going around town looking for appropriate venues, preferably churches that have good acoustics. I got the idea of doing a concert in a Bravenel Hall. This was in 1983. It was hard to convince maybe the media. The headline in our pre-concert publicity said, "Children's choir to try Symphony Hall." It was Symphony Hall then, not a Bravenel Hall. We tried it, but it was a resounding success.
That success was followed by other accomplishments, performances at Libby Gardner Hall and alongside the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, Christmas performances at the Cathedral of the Madeleine, which have become an annual tradition, and a trip to the Western Division of the American Choral Directors Association, where they received a spontaneous standing ovation.
Competition judges remark on the sound of the choir. We don't have a real heavy sound. We don't aspire to that, but it's a very pristine and angelic sound that I think the choir is famous for. We don't have great aspirations. It's not about seeing our name in lights. We just want to let our light shine wherever we can.
That light shines on television and movie soundtracks, commercial recordings, and in productions like the Hill Cumorah Pageant, and this past spring in Mahler's 8th Symphony. The Salt Lake Children's Choir's unique sound comes from Woodward's approach to teaching.
I felt that there was a need to encourage children to sing naturally, to encourage their natural vocal development, not contrived, not aspiring to be older than they are. And I just wanted to open the door to freedom of singing and then get out of the way and let nature take its course. And I think that if we allow nature to do its work, the results are beyond our wildest dreams, really. I hope this will be a springboard for a greater vision of what they can do as a human being. I hope it'll be a confidence builder. I hope they will have an increased awareness of beautiful things, of what it means to be a part of the better things in life. And I hope it'll be something that they remember. it's hard to quantify wonderful experiences, spiritual experiences even, but they do last, and sometimes they can even grow in meaning as life goes on. I've experienced that myself, and I hope that for the kids.